Hello, welcome to DRX. Tonight's video is going to be a little special. It's a pop culture discussion video while we play Magic the Gathering. It's called Nerd Talk. I'm joined with my co-host for this episode, Sean Talbert.
Yo.
A third person was supposed to join us, named Amelia, but her stupid fucking school decided that they were going to give her a test today. And yeah, so that didn't work out. But maybe next week. Hopefully. So we got 3 topics of conversation today. Favorite video game and why. Hopefully we won't be too similar in this regard, and we could see...
Probably not.
Probably not.
I have a feeling of yours.
Second is pop culture weakness, and that is essentially something in pop culture you've never seen or played or heard, like if it's a song. And so you can't join into conversations when those topics come up. And the final one is your least favorite movie within the past 10 years. Spoilers ahead for any of the stuff we talk about. If you haven't seen it or heard it or played it, sorry. But we're going to get straight into this. We're going to be playing Magic. We're going to try to explain what we're doing here and there. We won't be explaining too much on the game because we're going to have the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm going to let my lovely co-host Sean start with, what's your favorite video game, man?
I would have to say the Halo games.
Which particular one out of the franchise would be your absolute favorite?
Well, Halo Combat Evolved always has a special place in my heart because it was one of the first games I ever played on computer. Well, other than Unreal Tournament. But out of all the Halo games, some people are going to hate me for this. I'm going to have to say it's a tie between Halo 4 and Halo 5.
Oh, interesting. That's going to spark a debate in the comment sections once we get viewers.
Yeah.
I actually do have a favorite of the Halo franchise myself, but it's not my top favorite game. I'm a big fan of the Halo 3 ODST edition.
Oh, okay.
I like playing as the ODST, you know, the Hell Jumpers.
Yeah.
It's more fun because they're weaker, so it's more of a challenge.
Yeah, it's not so overpowered.
Right, and that's what I like about it. For me, my favorite video game is Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
I love the Final Fantasy franchise, but 7 was my absolute favorite, which is most people's favorite.
Well, let's not say most. It's everybody's favorite.
Well,
I've never played it, but everyone that I've ever talked to that has talked about Final Fantasy,
7 is their favorite.
7 is their absolute favorite.
It's because 7 just dealt with some emotional level stuff, you know, with Cloud, especially with Cloud. You realize midway through the game that your memories are all false.
Yeah.
And that's compelling to think everything you knew is essentially wrong.
Yeah.
That's fascinating, is it not?
Yeah.
Plus, this fool goes through a whole wreck of trauma throughout the entirety of 7. Being witnessing the death of his mother, his hero being the one who killed her.
By the way, spoilers.
If you haven't played this game, I don't know what the fuck you've been doing with your life.
I ain't played it.
Yeah, you just don't play Final Fantasy, though. If you played Final Fantasy and you ain't played Final Fantasy 7, you're smoking crack or living under a rock. That's it.
Alright, real quick. So we're not just sitting here holding these cards just for the heck of it.
You're going first. That's right. Sorry, guys. Let's get started on the game a little bit.
We'll be going back and forth between it.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm playing with a deck everyone hates. I've built this to make it hated.
And it's so hated.
Yeah.
I'm playing with a brand new deck.
Yeah. There's no way I can take it easy on because this deck is not designed to take it easy.
So don't judge me for being crappy because I didn't even look through these cards.
I beat you fairly easy with this deck the other day when you used your favorite deck.
That's true, but that deck is also just designed to destroy any deck.
Yeah. First thing I'm going to do, play an island. You can't see it, but oh well. I'm going to tap it. I'm going to play Tome Scour, which target player puts top 5 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now it's his turn. Now, before a while back, when I first built this deck, I put some cards in here called Profane Memento.
I'm allowed to draw, right?
Yeah, you can go ahead and draw. Where whenever a creature went into my opponent's graveyard from anywhere, I gained 1 life for it.
All I was able to do this turn is play an island. So that's what I did. I'm going to allow my co-host here to go. This is a brand new deck, so most of the cards I'm seeing for the first time are they're being milled to death. So I'm sorry for this. If he beats me really quick, we're going to reshuffle. He's going to get a new deck, and we're going to play again, okay?
Yeah.
Because it's not really fair that he's using the mill deck on video. In personal, private life, that's fine. But he didn't tell me what deck he was using beforehand, and I did not bring my cards. I thought I grabbed them, but I grabbed Yu-Gi-Oh! We actually might play Yu-Gi-Oh! After this.
Yeah. Real quick, I'm going to tap my island for Hedron Crab. It has a landfall ability. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, target player puts the top 3 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard.
So this is going to be 8 cards in my graveyard.
Now that I've done that, I'm going to play Swamp, and that's 3 cards.
I played 3 right there. I put 3 in the grave, and one of them could have been really useful.
One of them was a double land.
Double land. Could have been useful, but no.
Now it's his turn.
Over here. All right. I'm going to play a forest, and I'm going to tap 2 to put him.
Who's him?
River. That one.
River Held's Boon.
Yeah.
It's an instant.
I'm going to play it.
You didn't read it, did you? He's going to undo what he just did.
Yeah, I can't do anything still. Then I have a bunch of land. Just can't do shit. Okay, so second point of conversation. Go ahead and knock this out of the way because this one's going to be longer. What is your pop culture weakness? This is our main point of conversation.
All right. First off,
would you like to go first?
Sure, but I think you should describe it to folks that don't know what it is. I'm not too familiar with the pop culture weakness crap, so he's explained it to me twice today. I keep forgetting.
Pop culture weakness.
Halfway because I just don't listen to him.
That's the main reason. Anyway, pop culture weakness is essentially that thing in pop culture that everyone loves. Let's use Lord of the Rings for an example. The same example I used earlier. Mm-hmm. Somebody's talking about Lord of the Rings. You've never read it or seen the movies, so you have no idea what's going on. So therefore, you cannot tribute to the conversation. So that is like a weakness in your pop culture knowledge.
Right.
That is what I mean when I say pop culture weakness.
Alright, so I'll start off with World of Warcraft. Never played it.
Oh, that's controversial.
Yeah. Never played it. Never had nodes to play it. I don't like MMO RPGs. I just don't like the MMO. I like RPGs. I like stuff like Skyrim and whatnot. I'm a very casual gamer. I just don't like the whole MMO aspect of it. I tried Elder Scrolls Online. Could not get into it.
Didn't like it.
But some folks might like it. I just don't.
Okay. That it?
Pretty much.
I've never
Well,
played
that and Dungeons and Dragons, but I've actually been me and a couple friends have been trying to get together to play it, but
we can play it later on, but you don't need much to play Dungeons and Dragons. It's just an imagination and a table. And a notepad.
Yeah.
I have never watched Game of Thrones.
I've watched like half an episode.
Now, that is very controversial because that is like everyone's favorite show on TV, apparently.
Well, I mean, think about it. They can watch. It's essentially pornography for your family.
Yeah, and
from what I saw,
another problem.
First half hour that I saw of it, someone was already getting banged.
I have a couple problems with it. There's a lot of rape scenes in it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of incest in it, apparently.
Actually, I think the
pretty much all the sex is incest.
Yeah.
And I'm just making assumptions at this point because I have no idea. I've never read the books either. George R. R. Martin's never really spoke to me as a creator type.
I never spoke to you at all.
Well, yeah. I mean, his work has never even got me interested. People have tried to explain Game of Thrones to me at work. I just can't get into it. It's just I don't like the idea of incest. I don't like the fact that characters get raped constantly. And plus, from what I heard, is most of it's just talking. Like 70% of the show is just people standing around talking through their teeth, like in a "I'm gonna come get you" kind of voice, and it's just not my cup of tea. I don't like it. I've seen the commercials, trailers, and I just can't get into anything about the series whatsoever. I've even tried to listen to the Cracked YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. They have a video called "Winter is Taking Forever," and that's where they explain Game of Thrones. And I've listened to about 7 of their things, and I just can't do it. I tried, and I like making fun of it.
Evidently.
But I know that I'm probably going to get cussed out in the comment section for that. But, yeah, no, Game of Thrones just doesn't pique my interest. Neither did World of Warcraft, so I never played it. But I have played Dungeons & Dragons, and that game I love. And we are definitely going to play some.
Probably not tonight, but...
No, I'm going to definitely create a scenario. I'll be the Dungeon Master. I'll try to get Amelia to play that one, our other co-host.
Uh-oh.
Don't even start on the video, man. For you watching at home or work or wherever the hell y'all are at, I don't know. I don't care. I'm terrible with the human stuff.
In that flowery field that you're sitting in at the current point in time, that for some reason has Wi-Fi.
Or you're just using up all your cellular data to watch two idiots half-ass play a card game and talk about pop culture. I thank you. Now, we're going to get back into the game for a few minutes.
Somewhat different with that one.
Well, I mean...
Well, we already know he's into bondage because he likes to be dungeon masters, but...
Whips and chains do excite me. Nevertheless, we're going to get back into the game.
Y'all hear this, ladies, so just be prepared.
It'd be like some 50 Shades shit.
I heard that's just terrible. I've already drawn my card.
The movie is terrible, but the books were also terrible.
I'm tapping 1 in a blue for a Manic Scribe. When a Manic Scribe enters the battlefield, each opponent puts top 3 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. And he has another ability. It's called Delirium. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, if there are 4 more card types among cards in your graveyard, that player puts top 3 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard.
Okay, so how many cards am I putting in my graveyard now?
You're just putting 3 right now.
Okay.
So what it means by card types in my graveyard, right? Let's say I have like instant, sorcery, creature, and artifact. At every beginning of his upkeep, he put 3 cards into his graveyard.
Hang on real quick.
Yeah.
He made me get rid of 3 lands that could have been vitally useful. Let's see how many lands so far that you've gotten rid of. 7 lands.
So that's at least a third of his mana right there. A third of his energy to play.
Yeah, and this deck, I don't know if it has any mana rampers, but it's the deck he built, so I can assume it doesn't.
No, I didn't build this one. It was a pre-built one.
Oh, you bought this one, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. My go?
Yeah. And by the way, my deck is a defensive mill-style deck.
It's a deck that you make when you want to be a douchebag to your friends and want no more friends at the end of the night. It's kind of like the guy who his buddies kept asking him, "Hey, who was that guy that got killed by some other guy? What's the name of that movie?" So this dude literally built a database of movie deaths, and now he has no friends. I still can't do anything, so it shall be your go.
You just want to go ahead and reshuffle? Because that might be what you need to do.
He is allowing me to reshuffle. Y'all had heard this.
What? But right before you after you shuffle, I guess.
Go ahead.
When he gets done shuffling, he's gonna have to put 3 cards into his graveyard.
1, 2, 3. Let's see what they are. Let's reveal. An 8th mana. Oh, I grabbed 2. Sorry. There. Still an 8th mana. and a creature, and an instance. All right, that's kind of super douchey.